this is Sid here and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit weird because I don't actually have like a theme for this video. Usually I do stuff like original versus redesign, or drawing my own OC for this fantasy universe, or drawing these characters from X, Y, and Z show, or something like that. But today I'm just going to be drawing random pictures of my OCs. But yeah, if that sounds fun and cool and interesting to you, then please stay tuned and stick around. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So basically, I know lots of other artists who have original characters like me love to draw them in all sorts of different ways, but I noticed at around March that I actually don't have that many pictures of my characters, so I just made it a general goal to draw lots of different pictures and sort of increase the gallery for my characters and all of that great stuff. So I drew them in lots of different poses and stuff, trying to make them look all cute and all that. So here are some of the pictures that I drew. Basically, I took lots of inspiration from the Starfish face because she is one of my favorite artists here on YouTube, and she also does lots related to like character design and OCs and all that great stuff. So this is actually a similar sort of pose to the one that she has with her original character, but I drew Destiny in this pose saying, "Let the battle commence." If you saw my other video about the original versus the redesign for Destiny and some of her friends, you would know that the original version of Destiny was based on the video game Dragon Quest Builders 2, and in that video game they go to war a lot and they have lots of little battles where everyone on the team sort of contributes to the strategy and all that great stuff. So it's very, very fun getting to like cooperate with your NPCs and sort of come up with a plan to win the battle, and I really wanted to incorporate that into my story, so that is a big part of it. And Destiny's sort of like leading the charge right now in this cute little stance. I just think it looks super duper cute and adorable and charming and all that great stuff. I love the expression on her face. She looks super duper like a mischievous and devious, you know, like she's about to get into some big trouble. But she has that big wide grin, her signature red outfit. I love it so much. Another thing with drawing your OCs over and over again is perfecting their design, because sometimes it can be hard getting every element of a design down, especially if the design is very, very complicated. So if you find that you keep on forgetting to add a certain element to your design, then you might just have to consider removing it entirely, so that if you make like a comic or something, your design can remain consistent across panels. But I think Destiny's design is pretty good because I can draw it consistently. Like if I had to draw Destiny's design from memory, I'd probably be able to, even though she has all these like complex patterns and colors and stuff. I think I know it well enough that I'd be able to replicate it, you know? So yeah, used to be that I'd have to pull up reference pictures for her outfit or for her colors and stuff like that, but now I can pretty much do it from memory. So yeah, it's good to make sure that your OC's design is like recognizable, so that when you draw them in different styles and stuff, people can easily see like, oh, that's Destiny, or oh, that's Crow, or whatever else, you know? So yeah, I really thought that was a big part of it too. But she is just so adorable. I feel like this would make a really good sticker, so I really want to make stickers with some of these. I do have a Redbubble that I made so I could make stickers in the future, but I just get so tired of like uploading stuff, you know? Like my Pinterest, I tried to upload all my drawings onto Pinterest, but I have like hundreds, if not thousands of drawings, so that would take like literally forever. If I tried to do it consistently, like over and over and over again, it'd probably take me like almost a week to upload all my designs onto either Pinterest or Redbubble or any of that, so it just drains me, guys. But eventually I think I want to have designs up on Redbubble and stuff, so you could buy like shirts, mugs, stickers, all of that great stuff. But I'll let you know when that happens. For now, it's just a possibility for the near future, you know? So yeah. But anyways, let's move on to the next design, because yeah, I did draw this picture right here, which I'll put on screen right now, but looking back on it now, I don't really like this one because, I don't know, I just feel like her hair looks too weird, because it's like her hair is from the front, but then like her head is like from the side, you know? So it just sort of throws me off. So we're gonna be skipping this one for now. Also because a large part of me like sharing my speed paints here on YouTube is because like I have something fun and interesting to say about the drawing. I have like a story to tell along with it, but I don't really know if there's much to say about this drawing other than the fact that I did like it at the time that I made it, but I don't really like it now. So yeah, but another drawing that I do like a little bit better is this one right here. This is what I call Disgusted Destiny, because she's just like so put off. I imagined for this picture that she was talking to Carnelian, because Carnelian is like her absolute op. She absolutely hates him, like for real. Despises his very being. If you are new to the channel, if you don't know the lore between Destiny and Carnelian, and basically, even though you can't really tell right here because she is wearing like a basic outfit, Destiny is a princess, and Carnelian is sort of like, his father is basically like the Pope, but for their realm, so he's like a very high-ranking priest. So Carnelian is like very rich and all of that great stuff. So Destiny's mother and father arranged for her to marry Carnelian, but Destiny does not like Carnelian, just because like he's, to put it very nicely, a very arrogant and selfish brat, and Destiny is not a huge fan of that, no matter how handsome and charming and muscular and how much money he has. So yeah, Destiny does not like him, which is why I drew her sort of disgusted right here, like she is not having it, you know? Even if the other girls are sort of like swooning over Carnelian, she is like not into it, you know? A very similar connection, a sort of relatable thing that I can draw from is the relationship between like Belle and Gaston, you know? Like everyone in the town loves and adores Gaston because they just think he's like so hot and muscular and all of that great stuff. Sort of like how everyone loves Carnelian, but then Belle does not like Gaston. Destiny does not like Carnelian. So I think it's very similar to that. There's always subconscious influences because like I didn't even think of that when I was first making these characters, but now looking back on it, I realized, oh, these are very similar, you know? But it's not something that you think about in the moment. It's just like the connections that you make after the fact, you know? So yeah, lots of stories are very similar. There's no such thing as an actual original story because all stories draw from other stories that they aspire to be, you know? So yeah, the story that you write should be a combination of everything that you love, and if you really pour so much passion and love into your story, then it'll turn out really, really good in the end. So yeah, but this picture is actually a two-part picture because I loved making little comics of my characters when I was a little bit younger. Even though they never really turned out very good, I always just loved making them, you know, because I thought it was really fun seeing my characters in all these different art styles and stuff. So here I have a comic right here, and the second part of the comic is Carnelian himself. He's doing like the Leon pose. If you know like Leon from Pokemon, I used to have like low-key a crush on him when I was little and I was playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, but Leon is like so cool, and he always strikes this really cool pose before going into Pokemon battle. So I drew Carnelian in this pose. He's like such a diva, you know? So yeah, and he's just sort of like showing off, you know? But Destiny's like, oh, what the heck are you doing? Which is why she looks low-key disgusted, and he's like, I'm posing, girl. So yeah, this drawing gave me such a hard time. It's funny because all these drawings, like I drew them during March, and right now it is like the end of September, so like at least 7 months ago at this point, but I can still perfectly remember like the drawing process and all of the thoughts and emotions and feelings I was having while I was making this picture. Because I remember the first time I was trying to draw it, I actually drew it with only one eye for whatever reason, but I thought he looked too much like a Cyclops or something, so I ended up changing it in the end, and I think it does look a lot better now. So I'm glad I made that decision and ended up changing it. And yeah, I also challenged Ray to draw one of her characters in this pose, so I don't think I have a picture of it because I think she deleted all of her old content when she rebranded her channel, but she actually drew Zane in this pose, which was actually so funny because Zane and Carnelian could not be further from each other, like in terms of differences, but I just thought it was so cute how we both drew our OCs in this same little pose right here. So yeah, here's the full comic if you want to see it. I'll do a dramatic reading really quickly. We have Destiny going like, what are you doing? And Carnelian's like, posing, obviously. And Destiny's like, for what? And you look like an idiot. And Carnelian's like, you don't understand, Destiny. I'm an icon. So yeah, I think it's so fun just drawing these little comics and stuff because it really captures their group dynamic and all, and how they act towards each other, how the characters differ in a scene, and all of that great stuff. So So yeah, I would really love to make a full-scale comic of my story. I feel like that would be an amazing thing, but I just know how long comics take, and I don't know like if I'd be willing to commit that much time. I know the Starfish Face has been working on her comic Cast-Off for like literally 10 years now. I just don't know if I have that much time to commit to making my comic. So yeah, maybe one day when I become a rich and famous, super duper cool, self-published author, and then I get recruited to work for the New York Times because they see that my stories are like so popular, then I'll have enough money to afford outsourcing my comic to a professional artist. And yeah, but until then, I think I'll just have to do these like one-pager comics, you know, because they're just like low stakes, you know, they're just one little scene, one little picture, lots of different words, but they still convey a really clear message and story and joke and can provide some laughs, you know, are pretty funny. So I really enjoy these little one-pager comics. And yeah, on a similar note, I also drew Destiny just like in a very aggravated pose, you know? Like she was very mad and upset for whatever reason. I don't really know what she's mad or upset about in this picture since it is not part of a greater comic, but I can imagine it'd probably be Carnelian once again. Carnelian just really gets on her nerves because he is like the opposite of everything that she stands for, and yeah. I like to experiment drawing my OCs in different art styles and stuff, and this one right here in particular, I drew lots of inspiration from Gacha and all of that great stuff. I downloaded Gacha recently because I just wanted to see like what my OCs would look like in there, and I think they look pretty cute, but I just love Gacha a lot. I don't know why people give it such bad hate and all that great stuff, but I think it's a really good tool for if you want to customize your characters, create your OCs, and also just see them in different poses and stuff without having to draw them in different poses. So I was able to draw Destiny in this pose, which looks a lot like Gacha. And yeah, but I think she just looks so adorable. Howdy, just stamping her feet, slamming her hands down. My little girl is Angie, but she's so adorable for that at the same exact time. And then I drew one more comic right here of Destiny and Crow, just sort of capturing like their relationship and all that great stuff once again. If you do not know the lore, Destiny and Crow are a couple. Crow is actually a guy despite his long hair. I know he kind of looks like a girl sometimes because of how long and luxurious his beautiful blue locks are, but he is a guy. Their relationship, you know, Crow is more like head over heels in love with Destiny, and then Destiny's sort of like reluctant to admit that she likes Crow, but everyone sort of knows that she has a crush on him, even though she's trying to hide it. That's sort of how their relationship is, and yeah. But since Destiny has already been shipped with Carnelian by her parents, and since she is a princess and she's sort of expected to marry someone rich and famous and all that great stuff, and since Crow is from like another country basically, it's a very controversial thing, you know, it's sort of like a scandal that they like each other. Very forbidden romance vibes and all that great stuff. But I just thought this little pose right here was so cute, with Destiny sort of like flinching at Crow's touch like she was being tickled or something, and sort of like laughing, you know, having her nose all scrunched up and all that great stuff, and then Crow just looking at her like, what? Are you okay? Like, girl, is something wrong? You know? So yeah, I feel like that would definitely be their like a type of dynamic, you know? It just looks so cute and adorable, and yeah. But here I have the comic. If y'all want me to do my dramatic reading again, we have, Crow, stop that. And he's like, what's wrong, Destiny? Is everything okay? And then she's like, you're tickling me. And then he's like, oh, my bad. I didn't think someone like you would be ticklish. Because she does have sort of like a strong female character personality. Not as much as her friend Lexi does, but she still gives off those sort of vibes. And then she's like, what's that supposed to mean? So yeah, I just thought this was a really cute little comic and all that great stuff. But I do have lots more comics of my characters that I drew earlier in like March and April and May, just waiting for school to get out because school is terrible and all that great stuff. And last year it felt like forever waiting for school to get out. So yeah, but that's all that I'm going to be showing for today's video because I don't want it to get too long, you know. And yeah, but if you enjoyed watching this video, then please let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to make another one just like it. it. If you want to stay tuned and stick around for more of my content, then please make sure to like and subscribe. It always helps me out so much when you do, and I really appreciate it. It helps you to stay tuned and get notified every single time that I post a new video, which is always such an amazing thing because I, unlike most other YouTubers, upload videos very frequently. I upload multiple long-form videos every single week, and I upload multiple short-form videos every single day, so no matter what, I can almost guarantee that you will always have something fun and interesting to watch, and you'll never be bored. But yeah, if you want to support me even further on my artistic journey, then please go click the links in the description box down below. Those will take you to my other social media accounts like my Instagram account, Pinterest account, Roblox account, Artfight account, and Unveil account, and all of that great stuff. I have a lot less followers on each of those accounts than I do here on my YouTube account, so each and every one of y'all would mean so much to me. But anyways, thank you so much to this artist up here on screen for drawing me fan art. It always means so much to me when you do, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, anyways, I hope you all guys will have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye, eat more waffles, and peace out, Girl Scout.